Oh, that looks good. Hey everyone, so Hancho just sent me their next gen multicolor door sills for the Model 3 and Model Y. They call them LED colorful lighting. We'll call them next gen party sills. They still sell the previous version, but those are just the white LEDs. These new door sills also come in black, silver, and carbon fiber. This is the black. And speaking of black, guess what just started? Black Friday at Hancho, okay? 25% off. Use Tesla Mark. They have everything, okay? If you don't like these door sills, they've got all kinds of stuff. Carbon fiber, air filters, floor mats, yoke steering wheels, round steering wheels, extra screens. You want screens, they've got them in the front, bigger, smaller, tiny mini one I just did. They've got screens you can put in the back. And not just for Model 3, Model Y, also for Model S, Model X. So get it now. 25% off Tesla Mark. Tesla Mark. Wow, look at that. Matches the bench. Oh, maybe I'll just put it down here. Wow. 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 These are really slick. So, as you can see, we got a lot of choices of colors here now. You know, white, green, red, blue, yellowish. It's pretty slick. I think this looks like the exact same finishes, the exact same battery life, the exact same install. Just now we get the party lights, okay? We get a choice. I'll show you how to change the LED color. I'll go through the whole install procedure and all that business too. What they sent me though, these are some kind of samples, okay? I don't know exactly. They didn't come with the protective film on it that they normally do. I think everything else is there. Oh, they don't have the like the little locator, like that plastic film. They put a battery, you stick a battery on there, they tell you where the actual switch is, and I'm assuming it's going to show you where the change switch is. So this switch, there's a switch right under there, obviously, that when you keep a magnet on it, it cycles through the lights, the different colors. I'm assuming that the new one is going to have that along with the locator ring or something like that, if I remember right. But yours will all have that, I'm assuming, just because all the old kits had that. So for now though, let me show you how to do all this business and install them. But the cool feature and how to change the lights and lock them into place if you find one that you like. So a good idea is to test all of these before you actually install them. The trigger point, the door trigger point is right around in this area. So if you take a magnet and you put it here, this means like the door is closed. And then when a door opens, okay, door is closed. When the door opens, light comes on. Door closes, light goes off. So it's a good idea to kind of test this just to make sure these lights work. I know one of mine was a little bit dim, and the battery, the backing here was just like, I don't know, a little bit loose. So I just kind of pushed on it, and it got a lot brighter. Now, to program these, you hold the magnet over here, you keep it down, and it starts scrolling through the different colors. Now, when you see a color that you like, let's go red, take the magnet off, and it stays red. Okay, so now let's test it with a fake door. See that? Door closed, so it's off. Now it's on, and it's red. Okay, so you could do that with blue, pink, red, but now watch what happens. Okay, find that spot. Now, if you pick white or clear or whatever you want to call it, what happens is, let's pick it, it will cycle through the colors instead of just staying on one color. So this really threw me because I wanted the white color, and every time I programmed it, it would do this, and I couldn't figure it out. So that's really what it does. So if you see, the door opens and it just cycles through the colors, which, you know, you might want. Hey, you know, party time. I don't want that, however. I would rather have them all be blue. So I'm going to go over here. Okay, there. So now it's blue. I might be able to go right over here. Let me see. Yeah, you can just go right over here. You don't even need to wait. Okay, so I've got them all actually programmed for blue. Oop, it's hard to hold on to these magnets. That one too. That one too. There's another one up there. All right, so let's install these guys. Let's look at the back of this thing. Okay, so batteries are located underneath these panels here, and there's a little slot there to pop them off and replace them if you need them. They're supposed to last like 3 years, so shouldn't have an issue. This is double-sided tape, and once we get to install, we'll just pull this backing off, stick it down. They have supplied more double-sided tape in the event a few years down the line you got to replace the batteries. And they tell you which batteries are for which one. And I think now I've got some, I don't know if these are pre-production models. I don't know what these are, but a couple things. One, I've seen some with the battery type molded into this plastic. Obviously, mine do not have that, but you can find that out. You'll see what batteries belong in there. And when you order these, if you order them without batteries, you will get them a lot faster than if you order them with batteries. There is a lot more regulations sending these lithium batteries overseas through the mail, etc. All right, install is super simple, and this is one of the huge benefits of this kit over the one that like Tesla sells. The one that Tesla sells, sure, it's super slick. It looks exactly like this one. It's nice and trim, but you got to remove this to replace it with the new one. That's not all that easy because this thing is really, really glued down. Now, this guy, on the other hand, all you got to do is tape it over the existing one. Now, downside to that, it's a little bigger. Sure, it's thicker, but kind of like, so what? I mean, it's just the door sill. It's not like you actually really touch it on purpose or anything. It's not getting in the way. So the fact that you can just tape this sucker down, it to me is well worth not having to buy the other one and taking this one off. So anyway, with all that said, obviously you got to clean the area up, and the areas that the tape is going to stick to need to be really clean. So what I'm going to do then, I'm going to use what they gave us. So I am going to clean these areas really well, again, where this tape goes. If you don't want to use these, you can just use alcohol. Again, make sure that you did a little bench test on these before you install them. Because I'll say it again, one of mine, it wasn't lighting up very bright. And one of the backings, the battery backings was off a little bit. So I simply had to press it down to get it to work right. But you're not going to want to find that out after you install it. Although it won't be a tragedy because these will just come off. And they gave you some extra double-sided tape just so that when you do want to take it off and replace batteries, or for whatever reason, they give you some spare tape. All right. So now let's try to line up. Make sure we got this lined up before we get it like stuck on there. All right. And that's it. Wow. Feels real solid already. Let me use this and kind of clean it off. Clean all the smudges off. Okay. Dang. That looks slick. You know what? I really like that. If you can't tell already, my car, I've got like a whole black and white thing going on. It's one of your first videos you've seen, but my whole garage has got a whole black and white thing going on, and this matches with it perfectly. Dang. All right. That looks good. I like it. Trying to get it without any of this glare on my ceiling lights. But yeah, that is slick. Wow. Nice. So because I don't have that nice protective plastic coating on here with the magnet triggering point noted, I have to play around with this, make sure I've got the right spot. Okay, once I feel like I'm in a good spot or have that located, I pull out these stickers using the super sticky donut, and I put it here and try to let go of it. And yeah, good luck. That may have been the most difficult thing of the installation. Okay, now when I close the door, this super sticky donut sticker will stick to the bottom of the door and tell me where to then put the magnet. Let's give this a try. Okay, super sticky donut gone. And where did it end up? Right there. All right, cool, we got our location. I believe that the magnets in the normal kit, and by normal kit I mean, you know, the ones covered in nice plastic and everything else, the magnets will have a somewhat of a sticky side to them. Mine do not. Okay, so I added some double-sided tape to mine. I am going to locate it here where it will stick nicely. You don't have to remove the little sticky donut, but I am. And then I'm going to use these stickers, which they did supply, these round clear stickers, and use that. I should have noted too, I did clean this up here with alcohol. And I'm going to use that to further stick this magnet down. Now let's test this guy. Wow. All right, let's come to the rear door now and see how this one works. It's a little bit more difficult because there's not an existing sill here to cover. But what they've done for you is, because this is curved, all right, it fits in to the curve of the existing sill. So this is actually, turns out to be pretty easy to locate this in this way anyway. So you start up here, it slides real nice, and then you all of a sudden feel a point where it kind of grips or grabs because it fits. So once you've got the spot identified left and right, you know, and you feel good about that spot, then you worry about the up and down, and you just kind of line it up. And what I've got going on here right now, it's just kind of, I didn't plan this out, but the shadow line here is pretty even. I'm trying to light this so I can shoot the video better and find a spot that just looks good. Then use these little locator stickers they have. Put these down. Kind of stand up, take a good look at it, check it out, left, right. Now we're going to install the magnet trigger, we'll call it. This again will, as the door is closed, it'll keep the light off. When it's open, the light will come on. So we figure out where the spot is approximately, and what this back one is a little tricky because the magnet actually wants to stick to the battery. So what we have here then is they've supplied these little locating stickers, and we take this off, and this top side is the sticky side, and if you remember, the trigger point is actually over here. Okay. Voila! Witness the magic! Oh, that looks good.